All right, so we have our eyes open. Our feet are beneath our hips. Let's inhale those arms up. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms up. Pull those arms way back. And as the arms pull back, let's press the hands up, lift chest, chin, eyes up. And then we can start to lift the heels up. And as the heels lift, let us reach for the ceiling as tall as we possibly can go. And then we can start to drop the heels down. Let's bring the hands to heart center. And we'll step to the front of our mat. Bring our feet toward one another. Let's interlace our fingers the awkward way now. Turn those palms up, pull the arms back. And we're going to reach over to the right on exhale. Inhale up. Reach over to the left, exhale. Inhale up. Let's bring our palms together overhead, look up, and then exhale, fold all the way down. We'll slide our right leg back, drop that right knee, inhale, look up. And then left leg back, exhale, downward facing dog. Hold the breath out, rock forward, drop knees, chest, chin down, Ashtangasana. Inhale, snake through, Bhujangasana, look up. Let it go. Push up, press back, downward facing dog. We'll step our right foot forward as far as we can, left knee down, inhale, look up. And then left leg forward, exhale, arms up, inhale, and then hands to heart center, exhale. Second side, arms up, inhale, fold, exhale, left leg back, drop the knee, inhale, look up, right leg back, exhale, downward facing dog, empty the lungs, rock forward, drop the knees, chest, chin, inhale through, exhale, let it go. Pushing up and back, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward as far as we can, right knee down, inhale, look up, and then right foot forward, exhale. Let's reach those arms up, inhale, and bring the hands to heart center, exhale. We'll find Utkatasana, so bend the knees first, reach those arms forward and up, inhale, hold there, just taking a moment to warm up the ankles, to warm up the knees. Now we're going to reach those arms out in front of us, palms face down. Your feet are still toward one another, but if this becomes uncomfortable, separate them hip-width distance apart. Let's shift into the balls of the feet. Lift the heels as high as you can. Now start to drop the hips down and pause at that point where you feel the hips just behind the knees. You'll have to feel because you won't be able to see. Now start to drop the hips lower, but don't collapse. If it becomes too much on your knees, don't go so low. We're going to start to separate the knees slowly. Bring the hands atop the knees. You're still balanced on the balls of the feet. It should be challenging. Take another breath in and out. Draw the knees back toward one another. Arms back out in front of you. Stay on the balls of the feet. Let's start to lift, but let's lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Arms up at the top. 1, lift as high as you can. And now let's drop the heels, bend the knees, sweep the arms forward, cleansing breath out to the mouth. Inhale up, 2 more. Inhale up 1 more time. Inhale up, and then just exhale the hands to heart center. We'll move the feet beneath the hips, bring the hands to the low back, so thumbs either side of the sacrum. Draw those shoulders back, drop the tail down. Start to move the hips forward. And as the hips move forward, engage the quadriceps, root down with the balls of your feet. Now you've become intimately aware of the balls of your feet. So you should feel knife edge, big toe edge. Start to press those hips forward more. Hands can walk down the backs of the legs. Lift chest and chin up. Go deeper, exhale. Then let's inhale to rise, arms up, palms together, exhale, fold all the way down. And when we get to the floor, we can move around a little. We can bend the left knee more, walk the hands to the left, bend the right knee more, walk the hands to the right. And then when we feel ready to hold static, grab the big toes with the peace fingers, thumbs into the big toenails, pull against the big toes, look forward, inhale. Now exhale, pull yourself down. Drop your head, relax your neck. And add any additional movement that you feel like you need, including bending and straightening the knees. Today's practice will have more balancing. Balancing does tend to be more advanced in our practice. At least it's a more advanced component or tool. It will create a lot of heat in the body, a lot of fire. But I want you to remain aware of when your body needs to modify any of the balances that we do. Now on your next inhale, let's bring fingertips to the floor, look forward. On our exhale, step the right leg back. Find our high lunge, arms up with an inhale. Bring the hands to heart center, exhale, pause here, keep that back leg nice and strong. Find a focal point on the floor, straighten the left leg as much as you can, and then bend it. Straighten, and bend. Straighten, and bend. Let's go 3 more. And bend, 2, and bend, and 1. Bend, hold, reach those arms out to the sides, palms face down, thumbs and fists. Draw those arms back. Sink as low into that left knee as you can. Then we'll inhale the arms up, look up, exhale both hands down. We're gonna turn all the way to our right leg at the back of the mat. When you find your right leg at the back of the mat, we'll lift up to high lunge, inhale. Bring the hands to heart center on exhale. Shift into this right leg, so lean forward first. Your right knee stays bent. Now draw left heel to left buttock, so you're balanced on your right leg, and you're squeezing the hamstrings of your left leg. Flex the left toes. Keep squeezing heel to buttock. Strong, strong, strong. Uparaga Hamsasana. Now we're gonna draw this left leg forward and up on inhale. Drop the arms by your sides, palms face in, thumbs and fists. Left knee is lifted in front of you. Now kick that left leg straight and bend it. 5 more, kick it straight and bend it. 4 and bend. 3 and bend. 2 and bend. Last one. And bend, reach those arms up with an inhale. We're gonna take that left leg back and down, hands down. Step the right leg back, plank. Lower halfway down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, inhale, look up. Lower toward the ground, exhale. Push up, press back, downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Lift the left leg up into the air. Left knee to the nose or forehead, exhale. Inhale it up. Repeat, exhale. Inhale it up. Last one. Inhale it up. Now step that left foot between the hands. And we're gonna straighten the left leg as much as we can right off the bat. Now, if you need to move in and out of this, please do. We're coming into Parsvottanasana. So the right heel's pressing back. Right hip, though, is rolling forward. Left hip's drawing back, bend those elbows back. Drop the head, relax the neck. And now look at your back leg first. Make sure the toes are pointing forward. Firm up your right thigh. Then feel the left thigh do the same thing. So squeeze the left thigh against its femur or against its thigh bone. Keep bending the elbows back. See if by engaging those muscles, at least in the forward leg, if you can't go a little bit deeper. Now on your own inhale, we're going to start to soften a little bit. Bend the left knee a small amount. Walk the hands forward, lift that right leg up. Now, option 1, you're going to keep this left knee really bent, and you can hug behind the left calf with the left knee really bent, right hand in line with your left foot. Option 2, you're going to try to actually straighten this left leg while hugging the calf, lifting that right leg a little higher, tuck the chin toward the chest, and look up toward the right foot. And you can always start with option 2, but option 3 is actually going to be to walk the hands forward, and Sean worked on this with you yesterday. Lift your left heel, And on your own exhale, you're gonna left heel kick your left buttock. And do that 3 times. Be sure to look forward and lean forward. After maybe your second or third hop, you can drop the right foot down behind you. Left foot down as well, of course. Then we're gonna walk our hands back to the front of our mat facing our right leg. Once you're facing your right leg, we'll come up into a high lunge right, arms up. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Draw this left knee forward and up. And once the left knee is lifted, we can interlace our fingers across that left shin and stay right here. This is option 1. Option 2, hold your right hip with your right hand. Grab your left big toe with your peace fingers. Then you're gonna start to kick the left foot into the left hand. Make sure your torso is upright. Your left shoulder is being pulled back. Your right leg is nice and strong. So try to avoid bending your standing leg. Now on your next exhale, you're gonna keep the left leg lifted. Just bring both arms up. Inhale, hold, exhale. Swing that left leg back, drop the hands down. Now drop your left knee down as well. Left knee down. And just to give this right leg some love, we'll bring our right hand to our right knee, left hand to our left hip, and we're gonna straighten the right leg just a little bit, not all the way. And then bend it. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Now we're gonna hold the bend. Reach both arms up on an inhale. Try to get as long through the torso as you can. So let's interlace all fingers except index fingers. Vajra mudra, draw those arms back. Maybe wiggle the torso a small amount side to side, then lift the chin and chest, look up and back. So this is a variation on Anjaneyasana. Some people call it Kapyasana or our monkey pose. Try to reach back a little bit longer through that left side, a little bit longer through the torso as a whole. And then on your next exhale, both hands down. We're gonna lift that left knee up. And on your next exhale, we're gonna lift those arms up. So big breath in, bring the hands back to heart center. Again, draw this left knee forward and up. Now, we're gonna take this left leg back behind us. So take the left leg back behind you, but keep that right leg straight, and you're gonna lift the left leg just like a dancer would, but without holding the foot right away. So keep your torso as upright as you can. Keep the left heel squeezing to the buttock. If like me, you get a cramp, kick it straight, bend it back in. Then we'll reach this left hand, palm face up, back, grab the inside of the foot, kick the foot into the hand as much as you can, stretch that right arm forward. Now keep this left hip square to the front of your mat, keep your right palm forward and face down, and we're gonna start to slowly reach forward, continuing to kick that left foot into the left hand as much as you can. A little bend in the right knee will soften the right hamstrings. Take another breath in and out. Without slingshotting, release that left leg back behind you, release the fingertips down. But you probably guessed we're not quite done yet. So your left knee is lifted behind you. You're still bent into this right knee. On your next exhale, we're gonna draw this left leg through the arms. So draw left knee in toward the torso. As you kick the left foot through the arms, shift into the ball of your right foot. So again, don't collapse too much here. We're gonna balance on the ball of the right foot. If this is too much on your knee, then come up to more of a squatting position with your left leg in front of you. We're gonna try to find our balance, reaching those arms off to the sides, palms face down, thumbs and fists. Keep squeezing the knees together, this will help. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your fingertips, swing that left leg back behind you. Oh my God. Right leg back, downward facing dog. Allow yourself to walk those heels up and down a little bit. Say good morning or good afternoon, whichever the case may be. Both legs should be a little bit warm, but because your right leg did so much balancing, it's going to feel quite a bit more fired up. Take another breath just where you are, in and out. Then on your next inhale, we're going to drop to the knees, looking forward. And we're going to take the big toes together, knees wide. Set the hips back into the heels, hands on the thighs. And we're just going to be upright for a second. Be upright. And we'll find our Soham pranayama, inhaling with the sound of so. Exhaling with the sound of hum. If this position, this asana, this Vajrasana is too much for your knees or your ankles, come to a comfortable seat. And if the Soham pranayama is feeling very balancing for you right now, I want you to stay with it. If you are feeling a little bit more spicy this morning and you don't mind a little extra spice, then we're going to use our Surya Bhedana Bhastrika pranayama. So we'll block our left nostril with our left thumb, 4 fingers on the forehead, right palm face up on the right knee, thumb against index fingernail. Now we're going to start just with a slow exhale through the right nostril. Slow inhale. And then begin, fast exhale, fast inhale, fast exhale, fast inhale. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And notice how you feel. Let the breath come back to Soham, producing that sound in the throat. And everything we just did, including that awkward chair position, we will do again. So let's reach those arms out to the sides and up. Big breath in. We can open our eyes, look up, exhale the hands to heart center. Let's find our way to downward facing dog. When you get to downward facing dog, take 1 breath in and 1 breath out to reset. Then look at your hands, and we're going to come high up onto the toes. Remembering that stepping the feet together actually helps quite a bit because then it makes your 2 legs 1. Let's lift those heels, lean the shoulders beyond the wrists. Bend the knees a little. Heel kick the bum 3 times. Land at the front of your mat as you're ready. Excuse me. Once you find yourself at the front of the mat, let's find Utkatasana. Bend the knees, sweep those arms forward and up. Inhale. Hold what you have. Keep the tail dropping, chest lifting, chin lifting, eyes lifting. And then let's reach those arms out in front of you, palms face down. And again, we're going to drop the hips so we feel them just behind the knees. And this may be where you stop. You can still lift the heels in this position. And then we will lift the heels. So let's go ahead, lift the heels up. Stay here longer, or start to drop the hips down lower. Remember not to completely sink. We're going to take the knees wide as we can. Drop the hands to the knees. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. These are really long seconds. 1, bring those knees back toward one another. Arms out in front of you, and you're going up for 10 seconds. So 10, 9, 8, normal seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stretch up as tall as you can, as tall as you can. And then as the heels drop, bend the knees, sweep the arms forward, cleansing breath out through the mouth. Inhale up, 2 more. Last one. Inhale up, move the feet beneath the hips, drop the hands to the low back. Let's roll those shoulders back. Drop the tail down. And again, we'll start to move the hips forward. And as the hips move forward, remember to firm up the thighs. Remember to press down to the balls of your feet. Maybe walk the hands down the backs of the legs. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward one another. Lift the center of your chest. Then we'll inhale to rise, arms up. Exhale to fold all the way down. And now when we get to the floor, we get to have our second standing back bend, and this will be a nice opportunity to go a little deeper. So move around if you need it. Otherwise, slide those palms face up beneath the fronts of the feet. Press the toes into the creases of the wrists. Give a little massage to those wrists. Then we'll pull against the feet, look forward on inhale. Pull yourself down on exhale. Drop the head, relax the neck. Try to feel space from the heels of your feet up to your sit bones. Try to feel space even through your hip creases and the front side of your torso. So try to make the torso long. Now on your own inhale, we are going to pull against those feet again. Look forward. On your exhale, bring the fingertips in front of you. And we'll step our left leg back, left leg. And we'll find our high lunge. Inhale those arms up. Bring the hands to heart center on exhale. Find that focal point in front of you. And we're going to straighten the right leg as much as we can. And then bend it. Straighten. And bend it. Straighten. And bend. We got 3 more. Straighten. Bend. 2. Bend. Last one. Bend. Let's hold. Open those arms out to the sides. Palms face down. Thumbs and fists. Pull those arms back. Sink as low as you can. Knowing that your right leg won't have to bear much weight after this. Then we'll inhale those arms up. Exhale both hands down. Frame the right foot. We're going to turn all the way to our left foot, back of the mat. When you find yourself facing your left leg, we'll lift ourselves up, high lunge. Hands to heart center on exhale. Now lean forward over that left leg. Keep the left knee bent. Find a focal point on the floor. And let's draw right heel to right buttock. Squeeze the hamstrings on that right leg. So keep squeezing heel to buttock. Nice and strong. Now we're going to draw this right knee forward and up, nice and slow. Get that left leg as straight as you can. Drop the arms by your sides, palms face in, thumbs and fists. Kick the right leg straight. Bend it. Kick it straight. Bend it. 4 more. Bend. 3. Bend. 2. Bend. Last one. Bend. Let's bring the hands to heart center. Right leg back and down. Hands down. Step back plank. Lower halfway down. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Look up. Lower toward the ground. Exhale. Push up. Press back. Downward facing dog. We'll lift our right leg up. Inhale. Right knee to the nose or forehead. Exhale. Inhale up. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. Inhale up. Now right foot steps between the hands. And we're going to straighten this right leg as much as we can. Now, again, if you need to move in and out of this, that's always an option, even when I don't give it. If you're ready to hold static, then start to bend those elbows back. Remember, your back foot can always step in a little. Be sure to look at that back foot and try to firm up, make sure the toes point forward first, then firm up the left thigh. And then try to do the same with your right leg. So try to squeeze the quadriceps, your thigh muscles of the right leg, against its thigh bone. Take another breath, in and out. Then we're going to soften the right knee a bit, look forward, walk the hands forward, and lift your left leg up. So again, your right knee can be as deeply bent as your hamstrings need it to be right now. We're going to hug the right calf with the right forearm, keeping that knee bent if that's the first choice that we're going to make. Left hand can be drawn back in line with the right leg. If you want to work on straightening that right leg as much as you can, do it, but then tuck the chin toward the chest, look up toward that left leg. And then if you want a third option, you're going to walk those hands forward, and here's where we shift the weight into the hands. We'll lift the right heel, look forward, lean forward. Right heel, kick the right buttock 3 times. After your third, you'll drop right foot, left foot. Make sure that left foot's behind you specifically. And then we'll walk our hands, everybody, to the front of the mat. We'll be facing that left leg. When you find yourself facing the left leg, we'll lift up into high lunge again, arms up. Bring the hands to heart center, exhale. Right knee forward and up. So you can always drag it forward. Once the right leg is lifted, interlace your fingers across the right shin. And again, you can stay right here. Focus on your standing leg. There's nothing wrong with that. Standing leg is actually the most pivotal part right here. If you want a little more, grab your right big toe with your peace fingers, left hand to left hip, kick that right leg forward. Be sure that you're drawing that right shoulder back. Now let's keep the right leg lifted, even if it's bent, and reach both arms up. Inhale, hold, exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing that right leg all the way back. Drop those hands down. Right knee down. Left hand to left knee. Right hand to right hip. And we're just going to get in and out of this left leg a few times. So let's straighten the left leg and bend it. Straighten and bend it. One more time. Straighten and bend it. Now hold the bend. Let's reach those arms up with an inhale. Interlace the fingers the awkward way and release your index finger. So Vajra Mudra again. You can do a little wiggle side to side, but then we're going to reach those arms back. Chest, chin, eyes up, and reach back. Keep activity in the legs, activity in the legs. Now on your own exhale, release both hands down briefly. Use your fingertips. Lift that right knee up. And now we're going to lift up high lunge again. And here's that high lunge again. Hands to heart center, right knee forward and up. But now, we're going to take this right leg back behind us. Keep the knee bent. Keep the torso upright. Working into a dancer's position, but we're doing this incredibly actively. So as that right leg's lifting behind us, if you start to get that cramp, remember you can kick it out a little bit. Bring it back in. Then right palm face up. Grab the inside arch of that right foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Bending the left knee if you need to protect the hamstrings. Stretch that left arm forward, palm face down. Keep that right hip drawing down. Keep kicking the right foot into the right hand, lean forward more and more and more and more. Challenge your balance here, challenge your balance. Now without slingshotting, we're gonna release the right leg back behind us, drop those hands down. Again, we have our fingertips on the floor here, so we have a little more clearance. We're gonna bring this right leg in toward the torso, kick it through the arms, shift into the ball of the left foot. Squeeze your knees together. That's going to help a lot. And remember, if this is too much on your left knee, come up to more of a high squatting position with your right leg. Extend it as far out in front of you as you can. Now let's try to balance. Arms out to the sides, palms face down, thumbs and fists. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, really long seconds. 1, release the hands down, right leg back. Ugh. Left leg back. Pause and down dog. Walk those heels up and down again. Feel how that same, perhaps anyway, that same warmth or fire that you felt in your right leg the first side, you might be feeling in your left leg now, and that's good. That means we've balanced you out a bit. Then we're going to drop to the knees again, big toes together, knees wide. And I hope I'm not the only one huffing here. I feel like I'm extra huffy today. But in case I didn't make it clear enough at the beginning of class, anytime you increase the number of balancing poses you have in a class, you increase the intensity at least double. And it's because it does tend to provoke more of that fire element in the body, but it's also far more advanced. It takes a lot more focus, it takes a lot more flexibility, and it takes more strength. So if you're feeling really spent right now, you're doing something right. Okay, let's close our eyes. And again, if this is uncomfortable on knees or ankles, come to your buttocks. We're going to find our So Hum pranayama first. So inhaling with the sound of So. Exhaling, sound of hum. Stay with this breathing. Otherwise, we'll move into Chandra, Bhedana, Bhastrika Pranayama. Right thumb to right nostril, 4 fingers on the forehead. Left palm face up on the left knee, thumb against index fingernail. And we'll start with a slow exhale. Slow inhale. And then begin. Fast exhale, fast inhale. Fast exhale, fast inhale. Deep breath in. Palms face down, let it go. Let's feel the result of our first full set, left and right side. And we'll start moving into our lateral and finalizing set. We'll inhale those arms out to the sides and up. Exhale the hands to heart center. Let's bring the hands to the floor. Find our way to downward facing dog first. Once you find downward facing dog, we'll make our second leap to the front of the mat. So let's look at our hands, move those feet toward one another. And again, I know many of you have heard me say this, 10,000 repetitions is really bare minimum to feel like you've mastered anything. So if you get frustrated with yourself after trying 1,000 times, just remember, you still have 9,000 more before mastery may actually be a thing. It could happen way sooner, but don't have too high expectations. Enjoy the journey. Let's look forward, lift those heels, lean forward, bend the knees a little, heel kick the bum, exhale. When you do arrive at the front of the mat, we'll look forward, lengthen. Then we'll fold and let it go. We'll sit back with Katasana, arms up, inhale. And then we're going to stand all the way up, feet beneath the hips, hands to the low back, and draw those shoulders back. It doesn't matter how many times I see a road runner run down the road. It makes me laugh every single time. So if I just start randomly giggling, it's because I have this huge window and there's a road runner. And that's it. That's all. So draw those shoulders back, drop the tail down. Let's start to move those hips forward. Now, this is our second standing back bend, so I'm going to encourage us to challenge ourselves a little bit more with this balance aspect, except we won't be balancing on one leg. We'll be balancing on 2 legs, but trying to really balance out the weight in the legs with the reach in the upper body. So we can walk the hands down the back of the legs first. If we already know this is going to be too much, stop here or bring the hands back to the low back. If you're ready for just a little bit more, hands to heart center. And if you're feeling good here, start to drop the head back if you haven't already. And if you still want a little more, make sure those legs can stay strong, pelvic floor engaged. Reach the hands straight back over the head. Hands to heart center, inhale to rise, arms up. Exhale to fold all the way down. And once we've folded all the way down, move those feet toward one another again. We're gonna bend our right knee. Keep the knees together, but bend your right knee. We're still folded over our legs. We're gonna reach the right hand back, hold the right ankle, pulling heel to buttock. Now reach the left hand back, hold that right ankle, still pulling heel to buttock. Hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the fingertips down, release the right foot down, and we're just gonna switch sides. So now, bend your left knee. All right, toes can be pointed or flexed. Pointed's a little easier. You'll be able to get more space, especially if you have super strong calves. Woo. All right, now reach left hand back, hold the ankle. Right leg back, hold the ankle. Start to release it down. Look forward, lengthen. And now we're gonna step our right leg back, right leg. And we're just gonna turn halfway to the right. Turn both feet out, bend as low into the right knee as you can, left toes up. Now bend into that left knee, right toes up. And let's go again to both sides. And when you end up in your left knee, that's where we're gonna stop. We're gonna turn to our left. Turn to the left. And we're gonna turn the right toes out. So be facing the front of our mat again. Our left leg will be forward. We're gonna come into Parshva Konasana. Left hand inside the left foot. Right arm out to the side and up. Thumb against index fingernail. Now this is just a primer. I wanna find this pose and hold it static first. Now look towards your left foot, right hand to right hip. Let's straighten the left leg as much as you can. And then bend it. Straighten. And bend. Straighten. And bend. And now we're gonna straighten and hold. We'll stretch that right arm up toward the ceiling again. Look up, thumb against index fingernail. Now we're gonna slowly bend that left knee again. Drop this right hand down your low back. Now Sean worked on Bird of Paradise, Varga Dvajasana with you last night. You can always hook your right ankle inside your left thigh and hold the inside of your left thigh with your left hand. So if binding is not happening, don't worry. You don't need the bind fully in order to do Bird of Paradise. If you can bind, reach this left arm from the inside of the left thigh, back and around. Either grab your right hand or grab your right wrist. Look toward your left foot. Let's step the right foot toward the left. Soften the right knee a little bit. Point your left toes and let's start to lift this left leg up. Now, when you get to the top, don't rush to kick the leg straight. Let's try to actually get the standing leg straight. Broaden through the chest. Chin is slightly lifted. Then we can work on kicking the leg straight and bend it. Kick it straight and bend it. Kick it straight, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now listen, start to bend the left knee, bring it down. Don't get comfortable though, you're still bound. You're still bound, look at the floor. Point your right toes. Start to slide the right foot back, maybe a foot. We're gonna try to balance on the left leg now. So you're gonna try with this bind to lift your right leg up. Even if you lifted an inch, Take another breath, finalizing your attempt. Then we'll release those hands down, inside the left foot, right leg back into a lizard position. So hands inside the left foot, heel toe that left foot off to the side a little bit. Let's straighten the left leg as much as we can. Bend it, straighten, bend it, straighten, and now we're gonna hold. Maybe slide that left foot a little forward, but make sure it's off to the left side of your mat. Bend the elbows toward the ground, drop your head, relax your neck. This is option one. Option two, you can actually slide that left foot more forward and lower down onto the forearms. Just make sure no matter what that your left toes are pointing up. And we're gonna start to come out of this. We're just gonna come out of it slow. So start to bend into that left knee, lift your right knee. And we're gonna walk our hands to our right leg at the back of our mat. At the back of our mat, mind you, we are going to be doing a leg balance. So if you need to turn to the side to see, I will turn to the side as well. We're gonna be doing our balanced archer, so our Tulita Dhanurasana. We'll lift up first, high lunge at the back of our mat. Bring the hands to heart center on exhale. Lean forward. Now draw your left knee to the back of your right knee. Left knee to the back of the right knee. So you should be balanced on your right leg. Left hand comes to the floor. Right hand's gonna reach back, grab the knife edge of your left foot. Now if you're protecting your knees today, you're gonna stay right here. You don't have to go any deeper. Option two, you're gonna start to kick the left foot into the right hand, bend the right knee, don't drop too low. Make sure that that right knee kind of lines up at the center of your torso. Hold here, or left arm reaches forward, thumb inside a fist. Pull that left arm back, and you find yourself in Tulita Dhanurasana. You're looking towards your left foot and your right hand. Breath in, breath out. Release the hands, release the left leg back, release the right leg back, plank. Now make sure your feet are beneath your, or as wide, not beneath, but as wide as your hips. Your hands are beneath your shoulders. We're gonna shift over into this right arm. Left arm up and over the head, big breath in. Big breath out. Now on your own exhale, you can keep the feet staggered or you can stack them. We're gonna lower down twice. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Left foot steps to the right hand. Turn all the way to your right foot at the front of the mat. And then we'll lift up into a high lunge, arms up. Exhale the hands to heart center, left knee forward and up. And we're gonna come into tree pose, so Vrikshasana. Right hand to right hip. Turn your left knee out, grab your left ankle. Bring your left foot inside your right thigh as high up as you can. Now, if this is not happening because of your knee, you can always bring your left foot to your calf. Just don't bring it to the inside of your knee. You could also bring it to the inside of your ankle. That's completely up to you. Bring the hands to heart center. Now, I want you to get this right leg as straight as you possibly can and feel left foot pressing into the inside of your right thigh. Now, for some of you, this is great. You feel wonderful in this pose, but you kind of want to go a little bit deeper, in which case we can add a half lotus option. So if your knee does not feel any discomfort, grab that left ankle. Let your left knee lift a little bit. Draw your left heel to your right hip crease. Left heel to right hip crease. Then bring your hands back to heart center. Make sure you're pressing your left ankle against that right hip crease, and your left knee is dropping but on its own. You're not pushing it, you're not forcing it. Let's reach those arms up with an inhale. Spread the fingers, look up. Feel that left hip lift in line with your right, so make sure you're not drooping. Take big breath in, big breath out. Bring the hands to heart center. Let's release this left foot down. Reach those arms out to the sides and up. Big breath in. Fold all the way down. Right leg back into down dog. Left leg back and up. So we're in a three-legged dog. We're gonna bring that left leg forward for pigeon. So left knee toward left wrist, left ankle toward the right wrist. Flex the left toes, slide the right leg back, lift the torso upright. And I say flex the left toes because that's gonna protect your knee ultimately, but it will also protect your ankle. Now we haven't done a lot with back bending. I mean, we have in the very beginning and we have with our standing back bends, but we haven't this close to the ground. And sometimes back bends, the closer to the ground you get, can be a little bit more intense. So I am gonna cue you through a bound back bend here. But if you would prefer, you can rest forward into a forward hinged pigeon. All right, for those of you wanting to work on Raja Kapotasana or Ekapada Raja Kapotasana or King Pigeon, then we're gonna bend our right knee, left fingertips in front of us. We can catch the inside of our right foot. Pull the heel to buttock first, just to stretch the quadriceps. Then if this feels really good, stay here. If you want to move into the back bend, back off the bend in the knee a little bit, flex your right toes. Take your right palm, turn it face up, and grab the top of your right foot, wrapping your fingers around the big toe edge of the foot. Bring your left hand to the other side of your torso, lift the chest and chin to look up, pull this right foot toward the shoulder first, flex your toes, kick the foot into the hand, and lift the chest and chin higher. Reach that left arm up, thumb against index fingernail. Jnana Mudra. You can release the foot if you're in the back bend. Let's just take a brief forward bend. And now we're going to take the hands, everybody, back beneath the shoulders. We're going to swing this right leg around. Right leg around. And once you've swung the right leg around, we're going to find our seated forward fold. Flex the toes. Make sure the feet are hip width distance apart. We are going to do all of that to the other side, but I want you to feel rest assured that this is where we're going to end up and this is where we're going to stay. So let's reach those arms up with an inhale. Exhale to hinge forward. Grab anything you can, your calves, your ankles, or your heels. Pull yourself down, Paschimottanasana. Now when you inhale, lift up, and then exhale your hands down. Now I'm going to give you two options, and I'm going to tell you this before we get into our second option. So option one, you're just going to do normal vinyasa belly up. So feet are flat, knees are bent, hands behind you. You'll inhale up, you'll exhale hips to the hands, and you'll do it twice, but you'll do it at the same cadence as our second option. Second option, we can all start with that and see if it's either too much or just right. So let's start with the second option, but again, you can come out of it at any time. Do first option, which is regular vinyasa belly up. So let's bend our right knee out of the way for a second. Grab the ball of your left foot, pull that lift, I should say, lift the left foot up, kicking that left leg straight, as straight as you can. Then we're going to hold our left heel with our right hand, bend our left knee beneath our armpit, bring this left arm inside our left leg, and you're going to use your tricep to nudge it back, then your left hand against calf or ankle to press that knee back as far as you can. Left hand will come down to hold that leg in place. Now hold the top of your left foot with your right hand, kick the foot into the hand and look under your right armpit. So Sean also worked on this. It's a variation on Vishvamitrasana, but this is not where we stop. All right, so if this is already way, way too much, you're going to release it now. Get ready for Vinyasa belly up. For those of you feeling like, I don't know, I kind of want to know where she's going with this, and I'm not feeling super uncomfortable, you're going to keep your left leg where you are. Just release the foot so the leg stays straight. Right hand down, right foot flat. All right, everyone, prepare for Vinyasa belly up. All right. On your next inhale, lift the hips up. On your exhale, hips through the hands, lift your right leg, right foot down. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale through, lift the right leg, and then everybody sit. Just sit. I even make you do an extra up. I'm sorry. I copped out. That was my fault. All right, let's take the legs out in front of you. Give them a little kick and shake. Shake out the arms. I know you're excited. We still have the other side to do. But just know that when we do that crazy thing after our second side, you get to lay down. So let's bend the knees up, rock back and forth a few times. Back and forth a few times. We eventually want to end up standing on our 2 feet in a forward fold. So exhale up, forward fold. Oh, eureka. So wonderful to be here. Let's look forward, lengthen. Left foot back. Turn halfway left. Both feet turn out, bend into the left knee, right toes up. Bend into the right knee, left toes up. Let's go again to both sides. Over to the left. And over to the right, but we're going to stay in the right. And then turn to the right. And we're going to find our side angle. So left toes turn out, right hand inside right foot, left arm out to the side and up, thumb against index fingernail, look up. Pause here just for a few breaths. Then we'll bring left hand to left hip, look down at the right foot, right hand, straighten the right leg as much as you can, and bend it. Straighten, and bend. Straighten, and bend. And now we're gonna straighten and hold. Straighten, hold. Left arm reaches up, look up, thumb against index fingernail, Trikonasana. Now bend the right knee again, drop that left hand down the low back. We're gonna work into that bird of paradise. So again, if you can't do a full bind, it's okay. You can still do a half bind, holding your right thigh with your right hand. Your left hand would stay behind you. If you have a full bind in your practice, then reach that right arm from the inside, underneath and around. Grab your left hand or left wrist. Then we're gonna look toward our right foot for balance. Step our left foot to meet the right. Bend your left knee a little bit, point your right toes. We're gonna lift this right leg up. Once you've lifted it up, let's focus on the standing leg first. So left leg is nice and strong. Broaden through the chest. Kick the right leg straight as you can. Bend it. Kick it straight. Bend it. Now we're gonna kick it straight and hold it. Kick it straight, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it. Bring the right foot down, but don't get too comfy. Keep that bind. Because we're gonna shift the weight into the right foot now. So look at the floor, point your left toes, take the left foot back maybe a foot to 2 feet. Then start to lean into the right foot, try to pick that left foot up, even if you lift it only an inch. The slower you go, the more accurate you will be. We're all gonna end up letting this go. We're just gonna let it go slow. Release the bind, hands down inside your right foot, drop your left knee, heel to the right foot a little off to the side. Straighten the right leg as much as you can, and bend it. Straighten, and bend it. Now let's straighten and hold. Bend the elbows down. Drop the head, relax the neck. And of course you can stop here. This is great. Otherwise, slide that right foot a little bit more forward. Then drop to the forearms. It's not a comfortable place to release and relax, but it is more calming than what is about to happen. So let's plant those hands. Let's finish this class out strong. Go ahead, bend into the right knee. Lift your left knee. Walk your hands to your left leg at the back of the mat. And once you reach your left leg, we're going to lift up into that high lunge again. High lunge. Bring the hands to heart center. Lean over that left thigh first. Then bring your right knee directly behind your left knee. Bring your fingertips to the ground. So option 1, actually, you could just stay here. Option 2, left hand's gonna reach back, grab the knife edge of your right foot, stop. So if your knees hurt, please don't go any further. Option 3 is to start kicking that right leg straight, but as you do, bend your left knee. Don't collapse. If you collapse, you will lose your balance. You've gotta be leaning forward more. Then option 4, reach that right arm forward, thumb inside a fist, pull that right arm back, hold. Tulita Dhanurasana, our balanced archer pose. Release, hands down, right leg back, left leg back plank. Feet are hip width distance apart, hands are beneath the shoulders. We're gonna shift into this left arm, right arm up and over the head, big breath in. And again, hold static here. If you wanna stack the feet, you may. You can also keep them staggered. We're gonna lower down twice, exhale. Inhale up, again exhale. Inhale up, step your right foot to your left hand, drop both hands. Go ahead and turn all the way to your left foot at the front of the mat. Last high lunge of the class, thank God. Let's lift those arms up. Inhale, hands to heart center, right knee forward and up. All right, now we're gonna turn this right knee out. Grab your right ankle with your right hand, bring that right foot inside your left thigh as high as you can. Remember, it doesn't have to be all the way up if you can't get it there because of your knee. You could have it inside your left calf or your left ankle. Just do not bring your right foot to the inside of your left knee. That can stress your knee. All right, so make sure, starting here in Vrikshasana, we haven't gone into Lotus yet, make sure that you're pushing your foot into your thigh and your thigh into your foot, and you're getting this left leg as straight as you can. So option 1, stay here, especially if you're protecting your right knee. Option 2, you're gonna grab the right ankle with your right hand, lift that right heel, and you can use your left hand to help as well. Lift your right heel toward your left hip crease. Then let the right knee drop on its own. Please do not force the knee down. Flex your right toes a little. Hands come back to heart center. Everyone inhale those arms up. Make sure that right hip is dropped in line with the left, or lift it. If you're actually drooping, lift it. Just make sure that you feel your hips square. Look up, spread the fingers. Hands will come back to heart center. Release your right leg down gently. Reach those arms up, inhale. Fold all the way down, exhale. Left leg will step back, preparing for down dog. Right leg back and up, inhale. And now we're gonna bring that right leg forward for pigeon. So right foot toward left wrist, right knee toward right wrist. Slide that left leg back. And again, we can start upright. This is a great place to start. If you would prefer, go straight to that forward hinged position. I invite you to do so. It's much more calming. We do have one more final push before we end this practice. But remember, it's right after this. So that final push is coming. Now, if you did the back bend on the one side, you have to do it on this side. So just prep yourself. We're gonna start with right hand in front of us, bend our left knee, flex the left toes, reach back with the left hand, grab the inside of the left foot, and let's draw this left heel towards your left buttock. It's okay if the hips lift a little bit. Just make sure that both hips lift and not just the left. Then we'll back off the bend in the knee, unless of course we want to stay there longer. Flex the left toes, take your left palm face up, grab the top of your left foot. Right hand on the other side of the torso, lift chest and chin up. Pull that left foot toward the left shoulder, flex the toes as you do. Then lift the chin completely up. Right arm up, thumb against index fingernail, hold. Release the bind in the foot if you have it. Take a forward fold for a moment. Forehead toward the ground. Now we're all going to start to come out of this. We're just going to come out of it slow. So we'll walk those hands back. We'll shift over into this right hip. Swing the left leg around. Take both legs straight out in front of you. We'll take Paschimottanasana first, our west side stretch. So arms up with an inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Pull yourself down, holding on to whatever you can grab, the calves, the ankles, the heels. Then let's inhale those arms up. And that final push, hands down. Now, remember your options before. Option 1 is to do regular vinyasa belly up. And option 2 is going to be with that leg over the shoulder. Now, because we all started with option 2 together, go ahead, bend your left knee off to the left side, bend your right knee up. We'll grab the ball of the right foot, and we'll start to kick the foot into the hands. Get that right leg as straight as you can, and it's okay if it's still bent. Tight hamstrings are a mild impediment. And I say mild, not because it doesn't hurt. Yes, it hurts like crazy. But mild in that they will stretch easier than most other areas. So just know that. They're big muscles, but they will stretch. And only if you're kind to them will they stretch without tearing. So be nice. Let's grab our right heel with the left hand, bend the right knee beneath the armpit, bring your right arm inside the right leg. Use your right hand to your calf or your ankle to nudge that leg back over the shoulder. Then right hand down. Make sure the right arm's holding that leg back. Now hold the top of your right foot with your left hand. Kick the right leg straight, look under your left armpit. Now, again, those of you this is already uncomfortable, drop it, let it go, prepare for vinyasa belly up. Those of you ready to do this with your leg over your shoulder, release the foot from your left hand. Keep that right leg as straight as you can. Left foot flat in front of you, knee points up. Push into that left foot or push into both feet, lift the hips up. Exhale, hips to the hands, lift the left foot down, inhale up. Exhale through. And then technically it should be an inhale up and then a have a seat. And then a have a seat. All right, everybody. Let's all lay back for a brief moment for at least 60 seconds. So hold on behind the thighs, lower all the way down. Reach the arms over your head, stretch. Walk out the hips, so allow the hips to kind of wiggle up and down a little bit. Take a few big breaths in and out. And notice if you're holding tension in either of your legs. Try to stretch those heels away from you more. Try to let the feet flop out to the sides to the best of their abilities. Now, we did not do any twists today, so at least no spinal twists. If you would like to finalize with a spinal twist, please do so now. I will not cue it. I'm going to keep us on the floor until it's time to do our Gayatri mantra with mudras. But I want you to take the next 60 seconds and do what you need. 30 more seconds. So if you're doing something that is two-sided, go to the other side. If you're going to join us for the Gayatri Mudras and Mantras, begin to finalize whatever it is you're working on. If you're prepared to stay as you are, perhaps even moving into Shavasana, you can drop your arms by your sides. If you're going to do the mudras and mantra, start to draw the thighs in toward the torso. Rock a little forward and back at first, and small movements in the beginning. Let them become gradually bigger. When you find yourself in that upright seat, I'll move closer to the camera, and you may do so as well if you need a better visual. All right, and we're going to do the mudras with the mantra today. So if you get a little confused, just slow yourself down, take a deep breath, and we'll talk about it after class. Om Bhur Bhuva Suva Ha Tat Savitor Varenyam Bhargo Deva Sya Di Ma Hi Di Yo Na Prachodayat. We can bring our hands to heart center, closing our eyes. And if you're lying on your back in Shavasana, you can stay. And if you'd like, join us for the Om and 3 Shantis, all in one exhaling breath. So let's prepare just with a cleansing breath out. Inhale. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thumbs can come back to our forehead if you're seated upright, bowing the chin toward the chest, acknowledging humility, respect, an open mind, an open heart, and peace surrounding all. Namaste.